It's already April, can you believe it? What I can't believe is how many amazing new 3D prints have came out in the past 30 days. Fortunately for you, I have found the 3 best practical prints, the 3 best quick under 1 hour prints, and the 3 best art/cool prints. And I'm feeling generous, so I'm gonna share all these cool new prints with you. My favorite print of the entire video is in the under 1 hour category, but let's get started with the 3 best practical prints of April. Up first, we have the customizable QR code sign. I love this one just because it's customizable all through MakerLab. All you have to do to customize this print is open up the link that's down in that description. That's gonna bring you to the Maker World page. Then you're gonna click that customize button. Once you're in the parametric model maker, you're gonna have options to adjust the sign width, the height, the thickness, the corner radius, the padding, the chamfer, the extrude height, the sign color, which of course you can just change with the filament, but you can change how it looks here too, as well as all of the different text fields on this print. Everything from the welcome, the enjoy Wi-Fi, the name, the password, the literally everything, including the QR code. Once you have it customized to whatever you want to do with it, click that download button in the top right, send it to your slicer, and print it. It's that simple. Up next is this pill organizer. Just kidding, it's a CR battery organizer. Please do not actually eat the batteries. That's going to be terrible for you and require a lot of surgery and a lot of money down the line. This print really is the perfect solution to get rid of all those annoying cardboard little plastic kind of weird things that hold the batteries normally. I just have a stash of these in my cabinet and I just am so glad that I can get rid of that now and keep them all organized in one place and get rid of these blister packs because I just hate these things. I know they're there for a good reason to stop you from eating them, but I just hate this packaging, I really do. Now all I have to do once I get the batteries out of the original package is throw them in this 3D prints and then that's it. They're good to go. This print is engineered so well with a click and place design, so I know that that lid is not going anywhere. It's actually really locked in. It's impressive. Not only that, but the tolerances on this print are just something else. Just take a look at this. I can turn this print upside down, shake it all around, do whatever I want to, and as soon as I pop that lid open, the batteries are still in place exactly where I left them. Finally, this print is Gridfinity compatible. I know some of you saw that on the bottom. Yes, that is Gridfinity. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, this next practical print is a little bit of a stretch for being practical. It's not really practical, but it's gonna bridge us to the art category, so this is just like a blend of the two categories. This is the Vintage Goose soap holder. I'm not gonna lie to you again, I totally chose this print because I wanted to use the H2C and all those different nozzles just to see how quickly I could print this thing out, okay? But there's also a quicker option to print everything out separately, so if that's what you need, it's here for you as well, just so you know. I didn't really know that these geese prints are trending right now, but apparently they are. There is a whole bunch of goose themed items just everywhere on Maker World. So why not print one out that's gonna go sit in your bathroom and hold your soap? I get you don't need it to hold your soap, but you also don't need something to organize your batteries. And you don't need a QR code for your Wi-Fi. They're just really cool things that you have the ability to make because you own a 3D printer. Why not add another 3D printed thing to your home? I told you that last one was going to be a segue print, so welcome to the art/cool category. These are just prints that are either art or just cool to look at. I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, yet here I am explaining it. So let's get started with the skull moth, which is a complete 180 from the cute goose that we just looked at. I don't know about you, but I love these stacked color prints and I've never printed one until now. I'm so glad I did because this just looks awesome. I mean, let's be honest here, this thing looks amazing. It's so cool to me to look at this print from the side angle and see all those layers stacked up because it doesn't really make anything. It just kind of looks like a bunch of stacks of colors. Then once you rotate the print and look at it head on, you are seeing what it is designed to be, which is a moth with a skull in it. I also tried to keep the colors of my print very similar to the colors of the original creator because I just thought it looked the best. Although if you switch the orange and the yellow out for some light blue and dark blue, that also looks amazing as well. This is the faucet water spill lamp. Do you remember a couple of years ago when laminar flow was just super popular? Actually, maybe I'm just a nerd and laminar flow wasn't really popular among everybody, but I had a specific interest in laminar flow. This is what that reminds me of. This print reminds me of laminar flow and that's why I like it so much. It's just like a frozen in time faucet. The assembly of this print is quite simple. All you have to do is remove all of the supports, which there's not many on the faucet, and remove the brim from the actual water spill itself. Then you just have to take a little bit of glue and attach the two parts. Now I did initially try to use just your standard everyday super glue, but I'm just not good at using super glue for some reason because I just could not get it to stick. I was holding it there for a long time and it just didn't stick. So I had to resort back to my old friend hot glue. It's the month of April, you know I had to get some sort of Easter print in there for those that celebrate. This is the knitted bunny with Easter egg. This is a really small print that would also be a really good bookshelf print. You have 3 different options if you want to print this thing out. The first one is all separate parts on different plates, which is what I ended up doing, which took me a total of 3.4 hours, 4 plates, and 23 grams of filament. But you also have the option to print it out all in one go with a ton of color changes. That's going to take you a total of 8.3 hours, 112 grams of filament, and only 1 plate. Or the third option is all separate pieces, but it's all printed on 1 plate together. So it's really up to you. You have a lot of options with this one. Now let me tell you, that super glue struck again. I am just so bad with this stuff and I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. It's because I use way too much of it and I don't have an activator spray, so if I just fix those 2 things, it'd probably be pretty good, but I did not fix those 2 things, as you can tell. So it kind of looks like our bunny is crying a little bit, because a lot of that super glue came out of the spot where you need to glue in the eyes, and it's just kind of permanently shiny on the print. So that's my bad, definitely my bad. Hey, did you know that only 20% of you are subscribed? That means 80% of you are missing out on the videos that I post every single 10 days. I don't want you to miss out on that. You should join the 20% and just subscribe. The button's right there and I can't press it for you. Hey, we made it to the under 1 hour category. That means all of these prints are gonna take, guess what, less than 1 hour. What a crazy concept. Sticking with the bunny or rabbit theme, we have the flower pot rabbits, which are pretty self-explanatory. They're just rabbits that go in a flower pot as some decoration. This print is only going to take you 54 minutes and 12 grams of filament. That's it. And that's for both of these. You have the trio of bunnies on one hand and the singular bunny on the other hand. You're getting both of these in less than 1 hour. That's a great investment right there. These are just decoration prints. They don't serve a practical purpose. However, they could if you want to. Now let me explain real quick, okay? You can print out some of them in whites, some of them in red, some of them in green, some of them in blue. Make a little legend for yourself so you know what color is what vegetable or what color is what flower. And then you have an easy to see way to tell what you've planted in your planter. Up next, we have my favorite print of the entire video. This is the juk. I hope that's not a bad word. I feel like it might be, but that is literally what it's called. It is called the juk, which is a jean closet hanger. This print is just amazing to me and it solves a problem that I actually have in my life. That problem is my jeans take up way too much space in my closet. I'm pretty much out of room in my closet and it's because of the jeans. There's just no good way to store them. With the juk, there is a good way to store them and it actually saves a ton of space and keeps it really clean and organized. The juk does require a little bit of assembly, but it's literally just sliding one piece onto the other. It's nothing crazy. Then you take the pair of jeans that you want to hang up, fold it in half, fold the pant leg over top a little bit past where the waistline is, tuck that waistline into the crease of the jeans, fish out the 2 belt hooks, use the juk to grab those 2 belt hooks, and that's it. Look at how good this looks. I've never seen jeans stored this well before, ever. The final under 1 hour print are these tweezers with interchangeable tips, which also comes in at a total of 24 minutes. It's kind of weird that it's the exact same as the last print, but 24 minutes is a great number. That is just quick. Of course, you have your standard tweezers. This is just kind of like the base. You could use this as tweezers, but there's not really a tip to it. It's not going to do what you need it to do. That's where the interchangeable tips come into place. All you have to do, much like the last print, is just slide the tip onto each side of the tweezers and you're good to get tweezing right away. You have the option of a more blunt tip, which is the one you're seeing right here, or you can swap that out for some really pointy, really precise tips. Or maybe you don't need any of that and you just need a long surface to grab with, then you can swap it out for the third variant. The flexibility and the quick time to print is really what drew me to this print right here. Now I know what you're thinking, that title clearly says there's 10 prints in this video, but you just showed me 9. Where's the 10th print? Well, obviously that's the bonus print, which can be pretty much anything of my choosing. Today it's the cat helmet, which is a construction style helmet that is literally meant for your cat. I'm not talking about cat the brand, I'm talking about cat the animal, like the feline. That is what this is designed for. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't have a cat. So I can't necessarily try this thing out and tell you if this is going to make your cat look like a foreman or not. That's up to you to do. I'm going to need you to print this out, promote your cat to foreman, give him this helmet, and see what they think about it. I know the job comes with a lot of responsibilities, but it also comes with this really cool helmet, so I'm willing to guess that they're going to take the promotion any day of the week. As far as the print goes, I'm not going to lie to you, again, it was a little bit rough. I had a print failure on one of the supports while I was printing this thing out, but that didn't stop me. All this meant was it took a little bit more post-processing to get it to look better. Of course, it doesn't look as good as if there was no print failure, and that's on me. I should have reprinted it out, but I didn't. Plus, you should be adding a little bit of foam to this thing for your cat's head anyways. I mean, how is it going to absorb any impact if there's no foam in it? That's all I have for you all today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you had a fun time watching it. I hope you sent something to your printer already because it was that good of a print. Either way, I want you to let me know what you think of this video in the comments down below. Believe it or not, I read every single one of your comments and they help influence what prints I pick in the future. Of course, before I go, I have to give a huge thank you to all of my channel members. These are some amazing people that have decided to become members of my channel, which means they get to see all of my past live streams. They get some community only posts, some sneak peeks and new videos. If you want to join them and be a part of this really cool list of people, see your name on screen, you can click that join button. But of course, you don't have to do any of that. All I want you to do is have a great rest of your day, subscribe if you liked the video and you want to see more, and promise me that I will see you later in a future video.